It's Week 16 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chargers and the Bills. All that and more coming up next.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup in store for you, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the LA Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here on this December Saturday, Week 16. What a weekend of football we have in store. 4 days worth of games. Had the Thursday nighter, 2 here on Saturday, a slate of 10 games tomorrow as you're wrapping those last-minute presents, and then 3 more Monday on Christmas Day.
So quick question for you, partner. Is it possible that I can count this as a gift to all my friends, right? Rather than having to wrap up something that...
The second of 2 on this late season Saturday night. The Bills and Chargers, off we go in Week 16. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick, coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 20 carries, 75 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Goff. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. A give right side now to Hunt. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 3rd down, turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Chargers come in looking for an 11th win on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the most productive QBs in the last decade. It's year 10 for the Fresno Stater now. Here's Derek Carr.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 14 carries, 70 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And in search of 8 yards, he was able to convert the first down. From midfield, here's Carr. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That third down conversion good for 23. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Mozzie Smith, first-round pick there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs. Shifts by him. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Well, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Here's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll get this up to about the 44. You look at this Buffalo defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, it's Goff. And his pass incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. To the air again, Goff. And that will be incomplete as well. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On second down, here's Carr. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Finds Gibbs on a check down. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 7. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. To throw, it's Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Goff on first down. Oh, into a sea of defenders, unintercepted. And they are going to set up sharp at the 40-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Now their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Man, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. If we hit 3 in a row, because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. Ayuk going to go in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Hunt. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Encroachment, defense.
Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a 3rd down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Hunt. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Chargers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Moody good with the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start, offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Carr. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now here's Michael Dixon as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Goff's throw complete here to Ayuk.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run. A
really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
36-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down. Missed.
He will not go down. There he goes left side. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing again is Goff. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 22. On 1st and 10, Goff. Into the hands of London.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he completes it to Hunt. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Carr. That is caught. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Shotgun now for Carr. And Lazard's got it again. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Carr's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Carr to throw again. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the New England Patriots. And one more to highlight, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
KJ Hamler returning it. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw here pulled in by Lazard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
On play action, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. That'll give him 8 that time, and it's second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Ashton Davis drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Fights through him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The slot man in motion right. A fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. This is Hunt on the draw play. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run, not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. O'Shane Zimenez able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Hamler now on the return. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. 3rd and 2. From midfield, here's Carr. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Throwing on first down is Carr. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Alex Highsmith from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Encroachment, defense.
And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bills. Jahmyr Gibbs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Charger drive about to get going. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Goff. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 8. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Returning it, here's Hamler. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. Carr going to throw. That's taken in by Raymond. Still going. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalif Raymond, 65 yards. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone. It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. On 1st down, Goff. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw on 2nd down is Goff. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Down to the 10. Touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner. But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock. You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. Really? Put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A big play here for Buffalo. 52 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
That is inches from the line. It's no good. Line to the left, and the lead will hold at 10. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Goff. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that ball is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to Smith. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A give right side now to Hunt. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Goff now to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now Goff on 1st down. He'll dump this off to Cook. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Goff now on second down. And that is incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Goff throwing again. That is caught. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. To throw is Goff. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Here's Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Irv Smith Jr. from 8 yards out. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So Jared Goff in the offense, down by a field goal, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Goff over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. Here's second down. Now it's Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Goff. And that's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't
one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive out. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range, but the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. This is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
An extra point try now for Moody. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's still on his feet. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Fairbairn good with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the tides have turned. Now all eyes shift to the Chargers. Trailing by a field goal. 30 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. That's brought in downfield by London. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Carr. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Here comes 2nd down. Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon on for a very important punt here in overtime. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think a free play now for Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense that got 2 timeouts maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
False start, offense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Hunt will try going up the middle. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Approach defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Still third down.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. They'll run again with Hunt. Pushing through the contact. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 105 yards on the ground now for Hunt. It'll be a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Holding, offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Well, now they'll try the end around. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Encroachment, defense.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Still third down.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Here's Carr to throw. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now an all rest on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Bills are going to get out of here winners. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Buffalo, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.